What's up, everybody? This is Jamie and Rick. I'm going to do a quick video while I'm sitting in traffic here in California. So, from our last video, you know, me and him left the lease purchase program at US Express and came over here to Covenant as a team. I just did our TEL application yesterday, so just started that process, and so it'll be about a month wait for our truck and stuff from there. So we went ahead and came over to do team as a company. So I'm going to tell the goods, the bads about that, and go over some stuff. So first off, there's good and bad over here at Covenant. The good is the pay. The pay's pretty good. So I make 73 cents a mile since I have 4 years, and he makes 65 cents a mile since he has none. You can get 3 cents per mile more if you get your hazmats. We haven't got ours yet, so that's we'll have to get that done here shortly. So the pay's pretty good. So I make about, right now, as a company driver, I make about $1,700 a week, bring home after taxes. He makes about $1,500 after taxes. So that's part of the good. So what else is good? So the engineered lanes, they have the potential to be good. We're having issues with them a little bit. We are home every weekend, but it's not on Fridays like we were wanting to. Our first week we had issues. We had a blown tire first day out in a trailer, which it happens. And then a couple more issues, not knowing how to work the tablet, or their tablet, I guess you call it. They don't do a real great job of explaining it or showing you. They kind of explain it on a video, and that's about it. So when you first get it, you're having to learn, kind of teach yourself of how it works. So had a little bit of issue with that, but we got through that. Got everything done. So our California, or our Georgia to California, we go Georgia, California, California to Ohio, Ohio back to Georgia. And that's our every week run. It's not the same load every week, but it's from the same area. Now our California to Ohio is the same load every week so far, but our from Georgia to California, it's been different both times. Same company, different loads. Shaw Industries. I don't know if you guys know that or not. So Georgia, California, we have no issues. California to Ohio, we have no issues. Our loads that are leaving out of California or out of Ohio are the issue we're having. Both weeks now they have canceled on us, and they have to find us loads day of. So the first week we had to go all the way up. So we delivered in Columbus area, Ohio, and we had to go. First week we had to go up to Detroit and get a load, and then go to Georgia. So that added time, and we got home that first week Saturday around 3 or something. So then the second week we first started late. We come in thinking we had to pick up our load at 1500, not knowing we had to go all the way to Atlanta to get an empty trailer, which is like a 4.5, 5 hour ordeal. So that made us behind on picking up our load. We didn't pick it up till like 8 or 9 o'clock that night. That was kind of on us for not asking ahead of time. but they also didn't tell us. So that was a lack of communication all around. So that caused us behind for the week. And then once we got to Ohio, our load canceled again from a different shipper. So again, that's another lack of communication on the shipper's part. B, I think the company could call ahead like a couple hours out, say, hey, these guys are almost there. Is this load still available for us? Just to make sure, and that way they're not waiting when we get there to, oh crap, this load's canceled, we need to find a load for them. So that canceled again second week. Then we had to go all the way to Chicago, which is 7 hours in the opposite direction to get a load to get down to Georgia. So that put us home Sunday morning at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever it was. So we weren't really too happy about that. So we're still trying to get our timing down on the runs. But we are home every week, and we are making, both of us are making $1,500 plus a week. It's the more experience, the more you'll make. I think this check will be, I think I'll be in the mid 17s to low 18s, and he'll be probably in the 16s, so we got a little bit more miles from that Chicago run. So we're waiting on that. But pay, like I said, pay is good. It's consistent, unlike our US Express. It wasn't consistent because we would go home for those 4 days on the second week. So it would cause our checks to be a couple $100. Sometimes negative. It just depended on what loads you had for that previous week or whatever. So issues with the engineered lane, but can't complain too much about it. I mean, a lot of you know, if you've been doing this for a while, you're lucky to get home every weekend and still make $1,500 to $1,800 a week. Most of us truck drivers are used to being out 3-4 weeks at a time and still only making $1,500. So I can't complain too much. Another thing that we don't care for a whole lot is the equipment. So the trucks are like 1 to 2 years old. So they're not that bad. It's a Freightliners, and they have mainly Freightliners now. 2021s and up. A couple 100,000 miles on them. Like ours has 348 on them. So they're not bad. The trailers, on the other hand, are a little outdated, and they're plain Jane. They have the manual tandem slide and all that kind of stuff. Now, I don't know. So the equipment's not top tier like US Express, but they do pay more. So I think it's kind of one of those things that go hand in hand. You can't have both. I do wish they would change their tires more often. So in 2 weeks we've had two. We've had 2 blowouts on trailers. So the equipment's okay, I'll say. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. So as far as when it comes to the blowouts and having to deal with breakdown, I would say the breakdown is their biggest Achilles heel. They are definitely outnumbered for that. They need a lot more breakdown specialist people to answer phones. So like last week we had a breakdown. That tire, they answered after probably 10-15 minutes of being on the phone. We had a breakdown issue with batteries yesterday, and we sat on hold for 2.5 hours, and it was a nightmare. So I think that is their biggest Achilles heel. It's definitely a work in progress for them on that part. So we'll see how well they can fix that and how fast. Mileage, same mileage every week. We about 5,000 to 5,200. When we did the Chicago run, it was 5,500 miles, so that's why our check will be a little more. Which all that's going to change anyways once we get our truck from Tell. It'll be $1.40 a mile plus fuel surcharge, which right now is 68 cents this week. So we would be making $2.08 a mile, which is pretty darn good. So I'm looking forward to that. So we're looking forward to that, seeing how well that works out. And we'll keep you up on that process. Like I said, it's going to be a month before we even get a truck. I think that's about it so far. The fueling's a little different over here, so they only use TA and Petro. So there's not a whole lot of TA and Petro, and it's only certain ones. So that's you have to be careful of where you fill up, and so like when we're coming out on 40, our fill up spot is Amarillo, Texas, and then our next in-network fill up isn't until Kingman, Arizona, right before you get into California. So you got all of Albuquerque, or all of New Mexico, and all of Arizona that does not have a fuel spot for us. So you gotta be worried about, mindful about that. It's getting used to that. We messed up a few times before, but we're getting better at that part. So, like I said, good and bad things. Pay's good. We have we have work to do with the whole engineer lanes, getting timing down right, leaving at a good time and stuff like that. And like I said, the breakdown is the biggest issue. Hopefully, once we get to Tell, we won't have to worry about that a whole lot, because we'll be handling a lot of our own breakdown stuff. And it'll be a brand new truck, so we shouldn't have much to worry about. So, yeah, we'll see how that part goes. Let's see. On the engineer lanes. So since we get weekends off for the most part, for the engineer lanes you get 3 weeks of vacation, and that's up to that's for both drivers. So you both have to take your vacation at the same time since you're a team. So that's gonna be I don't want to say a hassle, but it can be a pain in the rear end to get done. Yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to comment. I'll do my best to answer them for now, since we're still kind of new.